Title: Stay-at-home wife caught cheating, served with divorce papers. She betrayed me with a door-to-door salesman who showed up right after we had a major argument. Hi everybody. We're back with another story from our subscribers. If you have a story to share, send it over to trustorination@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen. That's lessons from life. Whether it's a funny story, a tale of overcoming hardship, a bad relationship, or anything where you've emerged stronger, we want to hear it. Your experience could help someone else going through a similar challenge, so send it in. But let's get into today's story. Subject: My story. Thanks for what you do. Even though I've been through a lot, your stories helped me understand the patterns of female behavior. Please keep me anonymous online, but if anyone asks you about business, feel free to give them my contact info. I don't know how long this will be since I'm writing it on the fly. I got married young, at 21, and I believe that should be illegal, but let me explain. She was stunning, smart, and charismatic. She knew how to say the right things and wear the right outfits. I thought marrying her early would secure my unicorn. But soon issues started in our marriage. The first major issue was her unwillingness to work or pursue education. I was making a decent income and could afford her staying home, but I insisted she should be doing something. The second issue was unexpected. One morning, before leaving for work, we got into a big argument that wasn't resolved when I left. When I returned, I was ready for another round of tension, but she acted completely normal, not mentioning the argument at all. When I asked, she said she hung out with some friends and gained a new perspective. I was naive enough to think that was good. Soon, she was frequently meeting up with these friends, and I was happy because it gave me time to chill, play video games, and hang out with my buddies. About a week later, while staying at her mom's, her phone buzzed. I glanced at it, not intentionally, but out of curiosity. The message on the screen was incredibly suspicious. I don't recall the exact words because it was 10 years ago, but it was something like, "I can't wait to do it again, don't be late." Shocked, I didn't know what to do. I opened her phone, we didn't have any passcodes, and read the entire text thread. The proof was undeniable. At first, she denied everything, but her mom came upstairs while we were arguing and I showed her the evidence. Her mom and she were close, so she confessed to her mom, even though she had just lied to me. She told me I should just leave if I wanted to, finished getting ready, and left. I was dumbfounded, sitting there in disbelief. A few minutes later, I walked out and found her arguing with her mom in the parking lot. Thankfully, her mom was on my side. I went home and dug deeper, discovering she had cheated with a door-to-door salesman who came by the day we argued. After a day, her mom brought her back to our place, saying we needed to talk. Like a fool, I forgave her and tried to make things work. I demanded access to her phone and installed a secret keylogger on our computer. Fast forward a year, she comes home one day and tells me she wants a divorce. I asked if there was someone else, she said no. She told me she was leaving by the weekend and began packing. I begged her to stay, feeling desperate, and even considered doing something terrible to myself. I was lost. When she left to live with her mom, I checked the keylogger and found she was cheating with 4 guys and 1 girl. I was devastated, crying for hours, but I knew I needed to do something. I'm not one for revenge, but I wanted to end on a good note. I called her and offered to give her the divorce she wanted, but asked for one last date to end things positively. She agreed but was suspicious about my sudden change of heart. We set a date for the next day, and I took her to her favorite restaurant. We laughed, and I was reminded of why I fell in love with her. After dinner, I dropped her at her car. She asked why I had a change of heart, and I tried to avoid answering, but she insisted. Eventually, I told her I knew she was cheating. She denied it so convincingly that I almost believed her. But her denial just made me angrier. She had no idea about the keylogger or that I had her passwords. I had everything. After her lengthy denial, I said, "So you didn't cheat?" She insisted she didn't. I mentioned a name and she acted like she didn't know. I dialed the guy's number on speaker and her panic was obvious. She begged me to stop. She finally admitted to cheating with that guy, but I didn't bring up the others. I asked her why she made me go through all that if she was guilty. She cursed me out, got in her car, and sped off, throwing our wedding album out of the window. A weight lifted off me, but I still felt pain. 6 months later, I started the divorce process. Despite being served 3 times, she kept avoiding it. She even suggested we work things out, but I was done. My lawyer suggested setting another date with the condition that she signs the papers. She agreed, thinking she could win me back. I made her promise to sign the papers first or I would leave. She reluctantly agreed, and I pretended to go to the restroom, then left, keeping the signed documents safe in my car. 2 years later, I had started a company and climbed the corporate ladder. I now manage all technology for my firm, and my tech-based side business is profitable. Occasionally, I run into old mutual friends who still think we might get back together, but I make it clear that I've moved on. The lessons I've learned: never forgive cheating, they'll only admit the truth when cornered, and focus on your goals. If your purpose revolves around someone else, they can leave at any time, leaving you with nothing. And that's the end of this video, everyone. If you have any thoughts you'd like to share, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. Turn on notifications to stay updated on my latest posts. See you next time.